So it's been a hot minute since I recorded anything or hopped on stream. Long story short, I got super sick after 4th of July weekend. I got fucked up. And not in the way that people usually say, like, oh, I got fucked up 4th of July weekend. No, I got, like medically. My throat is still a little bit rough. I've made some changes to my compression filter to try and compensate, but if it if it comes through, I apologize. So today, or yesterday? 19 hours ago, the illustrious, beloved by VTubers everywhere, SH0E dropped a new video. Now, she has dropped a video in the interim from the last one that I reacted to, which was the one about everybody's favorite tanky, Hassan. But, that one was maybe a little bit too politically spicy. I wasn't sure that I wanted to do a react to that, even if I was not up to it at the time anyway. So I skipped over that one. I did. Maybe I'll go back and watch it sometime. But this one, yeah, it's still a little bit charged, I guess, but it's more cultural than political, which is, you know, often the case with SH0E in some regards. But let's just hop right into it. Oh, yeah, model changes. I made the sweatshirt for 4th of July. I was going to stream late 4th of July, and then I got home super late, and I was already feeling rough day after. I might as well wear this, might as well rep it, get some use out of it. And the goggles, because I was, you know, I wasn't recording content, but I was looking over my stuff. While I was... what's the word? Incapacitated. And I was like, you know what? I do like that my model is not super complex. It's just like, it's just a guy, right? I like that design philosophy. But I needed something a little more, you know, branded. Something to signal like, oh, hey, it's that guy. So... And because I change hoodies, that's not a reliable enough indicator, so it's just like, well, I've got the thing with my eyes, you know, but you can't really see that too well. So I was like, well, I constantly lament in my real life the fact that we stopped accessorizing with goggles, like as a culture, we stopped doing that, so I'm like, fuck it, I'm bringing it back. Anyway, let's just hop right into it. Alright, I survived woke 1.0, the first culture war. So this is SH0E React Episode 2, Electric Shoogaloo. Let's hit it.
So the other day, I saw a tweet. I feel like all my videos start out like that. The other day, I saw a tweet that said, Woke 1 was crazy.
Oh, God.
Attached to the infamous photo of Nancy Pelosi and a bunch of Democrats.
Quite frankly, it's impressive that Pelosi was able to get down and back up off the floor at her age.
Politicians kneeling in African costumes back in 2020 to honor George Floyd. What a fever dream. There were many similar posts from people talking about how crazy Woke 1 was, or Woke 1.0 as they call it. Leftists talking about what they did wrong during Woke 1.0, how they came off too strongly with things like abolish the police, and how they'll do things.
Okay, wait.
Things different. How they.
I want to read these. Woke 1.0 failed because it was inadequately neo-pussy whipped. What in the actual fuck does that mean? You know what? I don't want to know. Ignorance is bliss. I don't want to know. Alright, Woke 2.0 makes more sense and has a more practical approach to the world. Woke 1.0 just relied on mob mentality for social justice, but that is stupid. True. Woke 1.0 relied on mob mentality for social justice, but that's stupid, as social justice can only be secured by a progressive state enforcing it, which I hope Woke 2.0... Do these people hear themselves? That is still You're just enforcing mob mentality with the state. That's not any different. You're just, instead of using social coercion and like the threat of social ostracization as the, you know, nexus by which you enforce your worldview, you just enable the state to do it. You get Big Daddy government to wield the bat for you. What the fuck are we doing? Dear God.
Woke 1.0. How they came.
For those of us, nearly everyone, who recognize Woke 1.0 as a failure, what's something specific you're willing to say got it wrong? Here's mine. The practice of describing policies that were like Kerner Commission recommendations as prison abolition to get attention was dumb. I mean, it's dumb because, well, it is a dumb phrase, but it's also dumb because there were people that you brought on side with terminology like that who then are not thinking about the nuance, and they're just saying, yeah, abolish prisons. If you commit a crime, you don't go to jail. And they actually believe that. They're not thinking about the nuance of whatever the Kerner Commission recommendations are. They hear prison abolition, and they're not just getting people's attention on the opposite side. They're getting attention from people who don't have the capacity for nuanced thought, who latch onto that like, yeah, let's do that. It's I do genuinely try not to get political, and I probably shouldn't react on shoe on head videos if I'm gonna do that and like stick to that, excuse me. But boy howdy. That doesn't mean I don't have thoughts about it.
Off too strongly with things like abolish the police and how they'll do things.
Woke 1 was practice, Woke 2.0 is the game. Okay.
Things differently during Woke 2.0. Yeah. You'll get him next time, champ. And don't get me wrong, 2020 was crazy. At the time, I was a bit preoccupied trying my hardest to get Bernie Sanders and Tulsi Gabbard elected. I don't want to talk about it. But yes, from what I remember, 2020 was crazy. But that was not Woke 1.0. Woke 1.0 started long ago. Long ago when being woke was called being an SJW. Back when Anita Sarkeesian was public enemy #1. And I identify as an attack helicopter, believe it or not, was a joke young people told, and not your 65-year-old uncle on Facebook. You see, Woke 1.0 was not George Floyd and COVID masks. No, no. This was Woke 1.0.
Learn what mansplaining is, and then stop doing it.
Hello, and welcome to the Shoe on Head channel. I am your host, Shoe on Head. You may also know me on Reddit as every e-girl combined into one insufferable millennial woman with fetal alcohol syndrome, or perhaps just...
That's just rude. The fuck? It doesn't look like she has FAS. I mean, yeah, her filtrum area is kind of smooth, but I think that's just because she's still using like a crappy webcam laptop. It's just lack of camera detail.
Asmongold on HRT! As I am filming this...
Okay, that one's just nasty. That was just nasty, bro.
It is the 12th anniversary of my first video on
oh my god, she really did look...
channel.
I mean, she still kind of does, but she looks so much like Boxy back then.
To the algorithm. So in this video, we are going to react to that video as well as a few other old videos of mine. We're gonna see how well or how terrible everything has aged, because let's be real, a lot of this shit aged like milk. Wait, why is the arrow pointing this way? What the f- We are going to talk about Woke 1.0, the ancient lore of me and my channel,
really
how
aged,
the Overton
honestly.
window has shifted so far since then, how stupid everything looks back then in comparison to things happening today. One of the most funny and like endearing things that have been happening lately is people will discover my channel and then they'll make reaction videos to my videos and they'll title them things like Shoe on Head is done with the left, Shoe on Head is finally waking up, and it's like, I've been woken up. Do not cite the anti-woke magic to me, Nuxtaku. I was there when it was written. Before your girl was
by name, goddamn.
Commie mommy. For better or worse, I was one of the founding fathers of anti-woke content on the internet. I saw this one tweet that was like,
Anti-SJW
the idea there
back
was a
then.
woke one is the most jarring to America's moment I've ever had. Really, bitch? I mean, like, I get it. I would pretend it never happened too. It was very embarrassing, but really, bitch? I was there when Bernie Sanders was talking about unions and had his microphone snatched by Black Lives Matter. That was basically the birth of my entire political worldview. You can't pretend that shit never happened. I was there when a grown-ass scientist was harassed and brought to
I
tears.
remember this shit. That was so stupid. Literally just, he got dragged to filth over, yeah, quote unquote offensive shirt. And this is a Guardian article. You can tell from the like font and the like the article age flag. That's what the Guardian does. Even they're putting it in quotes. Like, oh, offensive. Like, that's it. That's the shirt. That is the shirt. You're looking at it. It's just got like somewhat scantily clad like comic book chicks on it. I don't know who it's meant to be, or if it's just like, if it's not meant to be anybody, if it's just made for the shirt. He got like endlessly attacked over this. It was so dumb.
For daring to wear a shirt with like cartoon pinup girls on it. We need Nuremberg trials for all the 2010s. You should legally be forced to wear some kind of patch on you in public to identify you as a woke 1.0 freak. When I saw that tweet, I literally had to stop writing my other video to make
You know what? I'm not gonna comment on it. I'm not even gonna say it.
this one. Because I was like, okay, I'm not gonna let these people rewrite history. We're not gonna let you write the history books, okay? Who do you think you are? Ghislaine Maxwell's father? So I'm going to be talking about 4 different videos here. Oppression Olympics, Social Justice League vs. Gamers, Average is Beautiful, and Questions for Men Answered by Women. I'm not going to be showing the full videos because this video would be 4 hours long, so if you want to watch the full videos, the links will be in the description. Thank you. I love you. Bye-bye. So,
I got personal at the end there. I'm curious to see this. I don't know if I'll go back and watch them, and if I do, I might not do a react to it, but I have to admit, I haven't seen Shu's older stuff. I was like vaguely aware that she existed, but I didn't start watching her until like the end of 2023, or like the middle of 2023, I want to say.
Oppression Olympics was my first cultural, political video, uploaded July of 2014. 12 years ago. How old were you guys 12 years ago? I am like 60 years old in internet years, like 204 years old in e-girl years. If you have been here, if you have been with me for that long, you deserve like some kind of reparations or something.
I was but a boy.
Like, you have seen some shit. All right. I am about to watch it. I am so scared. I haven't watched this in years.
Hey there, pretty lady. Do you wear heels?
Oh my god. Shu just speed ran the 5 stages of grief. That was gold. She got flashbanged by herself. Ooh. Oh man.
Do you wear makeup? Do you want to go on a diet and get thin? Don't do any of those things! Hey, I'm a feminist! That's right, a feminist in 2014 America!
Can my voice even do that anymore? 2014 America! Oh.
Yeah,
I can. Okay, never mind. Pretend I didn't do that. Alright, let's go.
Yeah, she hasn't hit second puberty yet. If you know, you know.
What does that mean? That means I want you to stoop down to my level!
Oh my god, that is shrill. What did that...
Alright, let's go.
What does that mean?
Nothing. Go somewhere where it matters. I thought I saw some flesh up there.
That means I want you to stoop down to my level! And that means don't go on a diet, don't wear heels, don't do makeup, don't do your hair, don't try to look pretty. I get catcalls all the time and I hate it! I just love vlogging about it though, and I love blogging about it on my Tumblr! And shaving?
I might need to use that as a reaction, just the Tumblr.
about it though, and I love blogging about it on my Tumblr.
Daxel EXE has stopped working. Jesus.
And shaving? Forget shaving. Don't shave. This video game character is dressed too sexily. I don't like it. Change it. I'm dressed too sexily and you don't like it? Stop oppressing me. Did you guys know that rape is bad? Rape is bad. Does anybody know this? Rape is bad. And if you're not a feminist, you're pro-rape.
Oh, good, it's over.
Okay,
Oh, fuck, she's back.
Feminism in 2014 America is completely pointless. It's just a label that people are putting on themselves to feel special because
Why do I sound so cute? It's just a label people are putting on themselves like, aw, someone protect her. She doesn't know how bad it's gonna get.
it's the special snowflake oppression Olympics. Everyone is in this big race to be the most progressive and the most open-minded and the most oppressed. It is the strangest thing I have ever seen, and it's like infesting like the internet, and it's starting to seep out into the real world. And like, I really don't like it.
So a little lore behind this video before we continue. First of all, Obama was president. Okay, this was before the Trump era. In fact, this was like months before Gamergate even popped off. This is ancient.
Oh,
Some of you don't even
jeez.
remember a time before Trump. Like,
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I missed Gamergate. I was like vaguely aware of it happening like over there somewhere. I don't know if it was just... It's not that I wasn't online enough. I guess I just wasn't online in the right spaces to notice it, really. It's only been in like the past couple of years or so that I've actually come to have like some kind of understanding of what even the fuck happened.
Trump is your normal. You don't remember what the political and cultural landscape was like before Trump. That is like crazy to me. Anyway, at this time I was like 23, 24, working at a makeup counter in the mall, and I noticed all the people around me were changing.
man.
Their person
A makeup counter at the mall. That's like crazy 2000s coded. I'm surprised that was like still a thing back then. I feel like malls just died. They got slaughtered. They got taken out behind the barn and shot by Jeff Bezos, which is, it's a bummer. It is, because I feel like I look at old videos and stuff of like people just like hanging out in the mall, and it seems like fun. It seems like such a fun thing to do. But, they're like all dead. And the ones that are still like very slowly trudging along, it's like they're infested with, I was gonna say crackheads, but I feel like crackheads don't even go to the mall anymore. I don't know.
personalities were shifting. They were becoming like very unfunny and like offended at everything. It was very weird. One example that sticks out in my mind for some reason was my friend screamed in my other friend's ear, and my friend was like, "Ah, you're gonna make me go deaf." And then my other friend was like, "That's not funny. My brother's half deaf." I don't know why that one sticks out, but like that was
My brother's
that was a
half deaf.
pivotal moment where I was like, what the fuck is going on? Also, we later found out that her brother was in fact not half deaf, but anyway, the only thing I traced it back
Shocker.
to was they all used the same website.
This video
Tumblr.
is mostly about
I knew it!
No, God! No, God, please, no! No! No!
Oh my god, there's so much here. Okay. To clear my throat there, I don't know what the hell is going on. Like, if I have laryngitis or what, I gotta see a doctor if this doesn't get better. I mean, it has improved, but man, it still feels rough. Alright, let's go.
God! No!
Equality over feminism. Can we just take a moment to revel in this ignorance? What?
Oh, God!
Okay, oh my god. Feminism and donuts. I'm a female presenting, genderqueer, fat college student and a demi girl. So like a girl but not? I don't know what that means. Is it like demigod? But whatever. I am anti-racism, anti-misogyny, and generally anti-white cis-het men. Okay, first of all, rude. I take personal offense to that. As somebody who is all three of those things, is cis-het two things? White, cis-het men. Okay, four. As someone who is all four of those things, rude. I am a huge proponent of consensual and ethical kinks, as well as the critiques of unethical or oppressive kinks. My triggers include blood, grape. I'm not big enough to be affected by that shit on YouTube, I don't think, but better safe than sorry. Fuck that shit, by the way. I should make a video ranting about that one of these days. Certain kinks. I mean, isn't the whole point of this to list it specific? Whatever. Racism, fathers, and dogs. I'm sorry, but fathers being a trigger kind of explains the rest of all of this. I'm just moving on. Why do... What the fuck is with the commas? Why do people on Tumblr not realize that grape abuse, misogyny-related posts trigger some of their followers? Bothering. It's bothering me so much. Seriously, I'm so fucking triggered and I can't avoid these posts. They're like a fucking plague. You're all disgusting. Why do you even post or reblog those kinds of things in the first place? At least put a fucking trigger warning, you asshole fuck. I mean... unfollow them?
Logic. My God, the man's talking about logic.
I don't really whatever.
Please, no!
I need feminism because the Harry Potter movies made Hermione Granger more famous for being hot than clever. No comment.
Oh, no!
No, hold on. I need feminism because I walked to my bus stop in broad daylight in my nice neighborhood with my phone ready to call 911 because I was so scared. I think that's a you problem. I think that speaks to your, like, mental state more than the state of the world around you.
No!
Isn't it interesting how the majority of those people holding up the I don't need feminism because signs are white or men? Hashtag everyone needs feminism. Like a hole in the fucking head. Jeez. I don't get how you can define yourself as a woman and say that you're an anti-feminist. Like, do you actually believe that men should be superior to women? Ugh, I really don't get it. Just because you're not a feminist doesn't mean that you're, like, against that, because, no, whatever. Whatever. Why am I trying to reason with 2014 Tumblr people 12 years after the fact?
No!
I need feminism because my gender studies degree is just as valid as anyone else's degree. Cool. Anyway, so, yeah, could I get some extra sauce packets, please?
No! No!
Oh my god, is that Big Red? Oh my god, just blast from the past with this face here. This woman should get some kind of like compensation for being on so many YouTubers' thumbnails. She was the face of the triggered feminist SJW for years.
Number one, shut the f up for a second. Now, if you would shut the f up for the 50th millionth time.
And then it was this other person. Where are these people nowadays? I wonder what they're up to.
Tumblr is the reason there is just this outbreak and infestation of SJWs ruining my internet.
I'll say this, I have a game theory about this. I think, and this is gonna sound kind of schizo if you don't know the lore, and I'm not gonna go into the lore right now. So just take my word for it. I think Tumblr being bought by, what is it, Yahoo? And banning adult content broke that website. And I think when Tumblr broke, a bunch of its bullshit also broke containment, and it went everywhere. Genuinely, I think Tumblr banning porn did something, like, culturally. I can't prove it, but I feel like if you know, you know. There's very strong evidence that this was at least a factor in things going so cuckoo. Because when did that happen? Like, I think it was like 2013, 2014? It was a while ago.
It's ruining my real life and just sucking the sense of humor out of so many people I know.
Tumblr was very popular back then, but there was like some dark evil energy coming from it, and I sensed it. And at the time, that is where I thought all this woke SJW shit was coming from. Little did I know, like, a lot of these people on Tumblr were college kids. All this, like, rape culture, white supremacist bullshit was coming from the college classroom. And at the time, I didn't know. I was just a humble makeup salesman, so I was really confused, and I felt like I was going
was
crazy.
Just like
so I was like, you know what? I'm going to boot up the
Shoe
Shoe on Head channel. I'm gonna vent and make a video. Nobody's gonna fucking see it. I don't care. As far as I knew, there was no other videos online talking about this subject, so I just filmed it, edited it, uploaded it, and left. Like, I didn't check the comment section, and I didn't even know that Thunderfoot, a YouTuber, shared my video, and that's how it originally blew up. And from there, I found out, oh, there's more people who agree with me. I found like Sargon of Akkad and like the Honey Badgers. It was crazy to feel like, oh, I'm not going insane. Things are changing.
They're
Man,
all
I forgot Sargon has been in the game so long.
Competition to see who could be the most progressive and the most tolerant, at the same time being the most annoying and the most intolerant people that I've ever met in my life.
Still true.
It is just a big, it's the oppression Olympics. Labeling yourself as a feminist, stop it.
Don't mind
It is
that.
not a movement anymore. You do not need it. Nobody needs it. You have every single right that every guy has now. Like, most feminists on the internet just hate men.
Now, if you can believe it, and this might be hard to believe while watching this video, this was transgressive back in the day. This was, like, crazy to hear online back then.
Really?
Especially coming from a woman. We're saying things like, oh, feminism is doo-doo, and, like, obvious as like, people have a victim complex these days. That was, like, sacrilegious. And now it's, like, nothing. Now
That's
it's, like,
hard to
wallpaper.
imagine.
Everyone thinks that. Every day, there's, like, a new racist e-girl popping up and saying the N-word and then falling off a week later. Like, if this video came out today, it would get, like, no views because it's the most basic shit ever. This video almost got me fired from my job, you know? Like, they found out
Wait,
where I
what?
worked, they called my boss, they were like, she hates women, like, all this stuff. When it first...
They called the makeup counter at the mall where Shu worked to try and get her fired because she said, to use her paraphrasing, feminism is doo-doo on the internet. How did we get here, man? I feel like I have like cause that's the thing, I've been interested in like 90s and 2000s culture since I was a kid, cause like I grew up with it somewhat secondhand, I guess. Call that a perk of growing up poor. And then I was still kind of just paying attention backwards when I was like, you know, in middle school and high school and stuff like that, and like I was just hanging out with my friends and playing video games, and I didn't really think about any of this stuff too much. And then, you know, more recently, I like look around at how things are now. And I'm like, man, how did we get here? And then I see shit like this where it's about kind of like that missing period where I was like too young or too disengaged and didn't care about any of this shit, and I'm like, how the fuck did that even happen? How did we get from 2004 to that? Never mind, like, that's the thing, is I can see the line, like, I can see the 2 dots and the line that connects them for 2014 and 2024. That makes sense to me. 2004 to 2014, that 10-year gap in the other direction does not make sense to me. It just doesn't. It seemed to just happen so, like, everywhere all at once. At least in retrospect, that's what it seems like, right?
Blew up, most of the comments were negative. It was just a bunch of angry women being like, you're a handmaiden of the patriarchy. Like, this was before the term pick-me existed. Handmaiden of the patriarchy. That goes kind of hard. Can we bring that back?
Say, that's
okay, so
kind of
that was the first video. Let's watch another one, shall we? This is called Social Justice League versus Gamers.
May or may not have noticed, I've been fully
Mega
immersed
Man.
in this whole Gamergate thing since it started like 2 months ago.
Gamergate was 2 months ago.
Whoa.
Oh my god. For those of you who don't know what Gamergate was,
Basically, my understanding is that some... I forget her name. Zoe Quinn. She made a game, some, like, shitty depression simulator, which... Letting art hose into game dev was a mistake. Theater kids in general, but art, like, that's the thing, in a Venn diagram, art hose are, it's like this, right? My model's not reflecting it too cleanly. Most art hose are also theater kids, but not all of them. But anyway, theater kids should never have been allowed into game development. The fact that they were allowed in is a travesty and an abomination, and it is why we are where we are now. But anyway, Zoe Quinn makes a shitty game, sleeps around the gaming journalist scene a little bit, presumably, apparently, maybe even trades favors for good reviews of her, like, trauma dump in C++ or whatever. And people found out about it and were like, that's not cool. That's kind of compromising the integrity of gaming journalism, is it not? Like, we come to these platforms to, like, you know, get some insight into what games are like and if they're good or not. Back when that was, like, still what gaming journalism was purportedly for. And then it just turned into a whole hullabaloo. That's basically all I know about it. And then Anita Sarkeesian got involved. For some fucking reason.
Except I'm doing video games. So it's not exactly a fandom. I'm not a fan of video games.
And why are you here?
Everything is sexist. Everything is racist. Everything is homophobic.
you know what? Don't worry about it. It's not important. Some woman allegedly slept with someone, and now the Strait of Hormuz is closed. Things happened in between that.
Wait. I'm not even gonna ask.
But that's basically the gist of it. Editing shoe here. I decided to actually put in a brief explanation because genuinely a lot of you might not know. Gamergate kicked off when game devs and game journalists were accused of sleeping with each other for better game reviews. A bunch of journalists then coordinated anti-gamer hit pieces, all coming out around the exact same day, saying things like gamers are dead and focusing on how
Wait, no, dude, what the fuck? Lee Alexander, why does that name sound familiar? I think they're still writing. Gamers don't have to be your audience. Gamers are over. These people were not in Xbox Live lobbies, and you can fucking tell. Now, I wasn't in Xbox Live lobbies, but I was in Counter-Strike lobbies. So, you know, come see, come saw.
And focusing on how
We might be witnessing the death of an identity. Luke Plunkett on Kotaku filed to social justice warriors. Good God.
sexist and white
Gaming is leaving gamers behind. Why the vitriol of the gaming internet is a sign the medium is growing up. It's also tiresome.
and male gaming spaces.
Sexism, misogyny, and online attacks. It's a horrible time to consider yourself a gamer. Holy shit, look at the bangers she's got lined up there. The first Watch Dogs, Witcher, Hitman, Prototype, Red Dead Redemption, Shell Shock, I've not played, heard good things. Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, Mafia 2, another Hitman game. Why did she put Hitman on there twice? Far Cry 3, Bioshock, God of War. Dude, bangers. And you know what? You know what? I bet this bitch was complaining about him. Boo fucking who? Alright, let me go back and like listen to what she was saying and not just pause to read everything.
Saying things like gamers are dead and focusing on how sexist and white and male gaming spaces were. It was a mess that went on for like 3 years.
Okay, I know I said that. The end of gamers. The last few weeks in video game culture, that should be 2 words, have seen a level of combativeness more marked and bitter than any beforehand. Sega versus Nintendo, hello. First, a developer. A woman who makes games, who has had so much piled onto her that I don't want to perpetuate things by naming her, Zoe Quinn, was the target of a harassment campaign that attacked her personal life and friendships. Well, that's one fucking way to frame it, isn't it? Jeez.
Arguably longer.
It's dangerous to go alone. Why are gamers so angry? The subset of entitled, belligerent gamers convinced that being objectively right entitles them to defend their rightness by any means necessary are overwhelmingly male. That is not a sentence. Being objectively right entitles them to defend their rightness by any means necessary are overly... The editor that let that byline pass needs to be fucking fired. Okay, gamers, let's have a talk. I hate these people, man. Holy.
And many people cite it as one of the first major culture wars online. People went to the UN to talk about sexism in gaming. Yep. There was even a Law and Order episode about evil sexist gamers.
These guys, they just can't stand women in gaming.
What did they do to you?
They leveled up.
Also, Logan Paul was in that episode.
Oh no, dude.
For some reason. It was a weird time. Anyway.
Seeing good friends of mine get labeled as misogynist, sexist, racist, only for enjoying video games and seeing through this very obvious agenda pushing 100% no. I honestly could not imagine being so deluded that you actually make yourself believe that all gamers are white, cis males who are worse than ISIS. I'm not even mad, I'm actually like impressed that these people have the ability. They're like champions of mental gymnastics of the oppression Olympics.
SJW logic and facts. Oh my god.
Coming in like, I don't like this, I don't like that, I don't like this. This character doesn't look like me. She's not frumpy and below average. It makes me insecure. Change it. Change this. I don't like this. I don't like that. I don't even play that, but I don't like it. There could be a fucking black, Mexican, Chinese, demisexual, lesbian, feminist, otherkin in a wheelchair with no legs and shit. And these crybabies would still not be happy.
Oh my god, nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. They still do this shit.
Legit.
They still invade nerdy male spaces and force them to cater to them. They're still purposely making female characters like ugly and frumpy. You still can't pander to them because they'll never be happy.
Take a look at this.
It's a frightening and disgusting trend in the world of online gaming. Hackers rewriting code to simulate sexual assault.
Sam Meggs stopped playing online over a year ago because of what she calls a misogynistic mentality that already exists in the world of gaming. The graphics are so good, this attack is eerily realistic. Eerily realistic.
What?
Oh, that's sex? I've been doing it wrong? God damn!
Oh my god, I forgot all about the traffic cone. My dad literally stole that traffic cone off the street from me. I was like, Dad, I need a traffic cone for this video I'm doing. He like took it off the street and he's like, here you go. He didn't even like ask what it was for. I was just like, thanks. Like,
based dad. Supportive, doesn't ask questions, just like, okay, my kid needs a traffic cone for some fucking thing she's doing. I'll still govern my property for her. Why not? Love that.
it's good to have a supportive father in your life. So this one is called Average is Beautiful.
Race together? Wow, how progressive.
Oh my god, race together. I forgot all about this. In 2014, Starbucks did this thing called Race Together, where I shit you not, they made baristas write hashtag race together on the cups to encourage discussion about race relations with customers.
Oh yeah, let's get rid of race relation, like, tension by just making awkward.
There's no way that was fucking real. Are you kidding me? It sounds deranged.
Conversation about race at Starbucks. Why?
They were forcing 18-year-old kids to have awkward-ass discussions with strangers about race. Yeah, can I get a tall cappuccino? Ah, yes, hello. I see you are a person of color. What the f*** were they smoking back then?
I just imagine some black lady, like, on her way to work, walks into Starbucks, like, oh, can I have a latte, please? And the barista just like, ah! I see you are a woman of color.
Oh my god. I made the same joke. I didn't even remember. That's I did it again. Wow, it's almost like we have the same brain or something.
Said it again award. 10 years apart.
This is social justice. You can, like, invade video games all you want. You can do whatever you want to comics. But don't touch my Disney. I will send the hounds on you.
Oh god. Nobody tell her. Nobody tell her. Nobody tell her. Weird. Weird. This one is called Internalized Misogyny.
If you're a woman capable of individual thought, you've probably had the term internalized misogyny thrown at you a few times. So...
Can we... Why? Okay. 2 questions. First of all, Skull. Why? I mean, why not? But the fact that it's like... It isn't even placed in a way that you would expect the decoration to be placed. I mean, it looks like a fucking, like, Spirit Halloween prop or some shit. But it's just, like, there with all, like, the lotions and perfumes and creams and sprays that the lady folk like to use. Next to, like, some Barbie doll or something. But also, why the Canadian flag? Okay.
What is it exactly? Fucking retarded. The end. There are so many stupid.
Wait, what did that say?
At the end.
Lol, default iMovie names. Who the fuck are these people? Who cares? I hope they're dead by. God damn. Also, you know that her saying retarded was not censored in the original, because I don't think in, like, 2015 YouTube you needed to censor that. Better times, like, yeah. Well, apparently not better times based on this shit. Apparently this has been going on for a while.
There are so many stupid feminist rebuttals, but I think internalized misogyny has to be, like, my top favorite. Right after she's doing it for male attention and she'll learn when she's older. She'll learn when she's older, as if one day it's just gonna be like, happy birthday to you.
Holy shit! Manspreading is an issue! I am literally older now than I was
She bitch slapped the cake right off the table. Wait, let's see that again.
Shit! Manspreading is an issue! I am literally older now than I was meant to be in that skit about the future. And I did not, in fact, learn when I got older. I got worse.
These people have an excuse and a buzzword for everything. Racist, sexist, MRA, right-wing, conservative, privileged.
Oh my god, MRA. I forgot about MRAs. Oh my god. MRAs were men's rights activists. And before people were getting called, like, incel online for criticizing women or supporting men, they were being called MRA. Yes, it was considered an insult back then to care about men's rights. This was before the modern red pill. This was before Andrew Tate, Clavicular, Fresh and Fit. We had, like, Roosh V.
For the longest time, I wanted to do a post on how to approach girls that are ordering a drink at the bar. So what I did is I went to the toy store and I bought some dolls. These two are the cute girls who you want to have sex with.
That was our Andrew Tate back then.
Amazing.
MRA, right-wing, conservative, privilege. They do this to move the goalposts. So then you're like, oh wait, I'm not an MRA. This is why I'm not an MRA.
That's why you don't play the game. Like, I didn't know this at the time. I was naive and stupid. But you don't fight back. You don't go like, oh no, I'm not right-wing. I voted for Bernie. I have a gay friend. Like, no. Shut up. No. You just have to go, okay, and even if you're not. Because literally all they have is the is and the is.
Welcome to the age of yeah and, because at some point when you get so many ridiculous labels thrown at you, you're not gonna do anything to try and counter it, because it's like, well, that's just fucking retarded. Like, if somebody says, I don't know, the sky is green and grass is red, right? Well, first of all, you're probably going to assume that they're just fucking colorblind. And second, even if they're not colorblind, you're just going to be like, I can literally see that it's not, so I'm not, why would I even try to convince you otherwise? That is the point that it's at now. And I know this for a fact because while I haven't had anything leveled at me directly, I was poking around Twitter the other day, and I think I got communities confused with lists. Because I saw that lists were still a thing, and I was like, wait, those are still a thing? I thought they got removed. There's communities that got closed down as far as I can tell. And then I noticed the little thing that said, lists you're on. I am, apparently, with over 900 other people on some Twitter nobody's list of fascists. And I cannot for the life of me understand why. I don't even post political shit on my Twitter. I don't reply to political posts. I don't talk about political things. I'm just like reposting memes and posting about my content and like replying to funny posts every now and again. And then disappearing for a week. So I don't know what part of that is fascism, but that's where we're at.
Defending yourself from their thought-terminating buzzwords is just, it's useless, it's a waste of time. I wish I knew that back then. So this is my most viewed video ever. 10 million views. Demonetized. Haven't seen a single cent from that video. Awesome. Anyway.
So we all know BuzzFeed is the internet equivalent of ass cancer. We know this, and I'm pretty sure the website is a government experiment created to test my patience.
Is that a Mr. Meeksy shirt? Oh my god, dude. Back when Rick and Morty was funny.
They're known for hits like, let's get fat women to do poses only fit gymnasts can do, being a woman is hard because compliments, and damage control the video. So without further ado, I present to you 36 questions feminists have for men.
They were just pumping out videos like this.
Fucking BuzzFeed, dude.
Every week, another mass-produced, corpo-slop, anti-man, anti-white video.
So when you see the word white, what comes to mind? Privilege, I think power.
We can never let this happen again. I don't care if Trump blows up the world, okay? They can make Israel a 51st state, as long as I never have to hear
hey fellow white guys
ever again.
How does it feel to be the same sex as Donald Trump?
How does it feel to be the same sex as someone I personally politically disagree with? The man is literally Satan to these people. Like, they could have said Hitler. They basically meant Hitler. Trump is their Hitler. It's very trendy to hate Trump right now.
Oh wow.
I'm pretty left-leaning, but I've been called a Trump supporter like 6 times in the past few months.
6 times?
Is that
6
all?
times? Oh, you poor baby. Try 6,000. At the time, the anti-woke, anti-SJ0E genre was mostly full of liberals. It was mostly liberals criticizing all of this stuff, all of this woke behavior. We all saw this as not real liberalism. This isn't the real left. The real left cares about, like, real equality and workers' rights and blah, 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 blah. We wanted to call our side out. Obviously, that didn't work, but we tried.
Why do you have to sit with your legs so wide open?
We have balls.
Men have balls.
Oh my
Thank
god.
you.
Manspreading. One of the top issues people would talk about nonstop back then was men sitting with their legs slightly open on public transportation. It was seen as some like patriarchal like statement of power or some shit. Like every week we had to hear about manspreading.
Manspreading is when a man spreads his physical body to take up as much space as humanly possible.
What happened to all these little pet issues they were all upset about? I guess like people can't afford houses now, right? They can't find jobs. I don't think they have energy to talk about the f***ing pink tax or manspreading or whatever.
Why are straight guys so obsessed with lesbians?
Wow, this chocolate bar sure is good. But you know what would make it better? Wow, another chocolate bar. 2 of a thing I like. Together.
People still come to my channel to this day and leave comments on my videos like, "Are you the chocolate bar girl?" My legacy.
Why do I deserve to be paid less than you?
The wage gap is simply the average earnings of men and women working full-time. It does not count for different job positions, hours worked, or different jobs. It has nothing to do with the same job. It has nothing to do with discrimination.
So the reason I have a button that debunks the wage gap is because back in the day you could not escape hearing about the fucking fake-ass 77-cent wage gap bullshit. I don't think you hear about the wage gap anymore because young women are starting to out-earn young men. So that's a little awkward.
Why are women perceived as the weaker sex?
Because on average, we are. It's a fact. Trigger warning. Facts.
Libs owned. Trigger warning. Facts. Okay, Ben Shapiro, calm down. I thought that was such a mic drop.
Are you intimidated by a woman who makes more money than you? That's awesome. More money.
So when women make less, it's called the wage gap. But when men make less, it's just more money. Sorry, I'm like responding to the old video instead of my video. I forget how stupid these talking points were, dude. And sorry, I'm just watching these videos. I'm thinking about all the fucking people on Reddit who are like, "Shoe on head sent me down the alt-right pipeline." Really? What? This is what did it? How the fuck is it my responsibility if you watch milquetoast ass shit like this and start goose stepping? I went down the alt-right pipeline. I was a Nazi. First of all, no, you weren't. No, you weren't. You probably watched a Ben Shapiro owns college liberal compilations, and then some other YouTuber years later told you that's what being a Nazi is, and that actually having the politics of a Walmart HR department is salvation. Like, can we fucking relax? I'm sorry, I don't understand the YouTubers and streamers from this era who have like trolls remorse about this shit, that feel guilty for making fun of this stuff back then because they think them making fun of this stuff gave rise to Trump and whatever. It's like, no, this stuff gave rise to Trump, not literally. You reacting to it. Like, why wouldn't you make fun of this shit? It's ridiculous and it's counterproductive. Like, you wonder why so many Gen Z men are further right than like boomer men. It's not because they watched a YouTuber called BuzzFeed cringe, right? It's because BuzzFeed and things like it, the media, academia, the culture that they grew up in, a reactionary movement needs something to react to. Like this shit, as goofy as it was harmful. It was harmful to society in general, and it was harmful to like the left because this is how people saw the left. Trump wasn't elected specifically because BuzzFeed, right? I'm like, that's stupid. But there was this like slingshot effect against woke one. But more importantly, there was a hole in politics left from a do-nothing neoliberal neocon establishment that was just waiting to be filled by a populist, and Trump filled that hole. Trump filled America's hole. He got America pregnant, and 9 months later, out pops a war with Iran. And America's like, I didn't ask for this. Well, why'd you open your legs, whore? Sorry. You were asking for it. Okay. Sorry. Anyway, how people online are like, oh, woke 2 is gonna be great. Woke 2 is gonna hit like crack.
If you thought we were woke before.
Okay. No, let's hear Megamind out. Comb your hair down. If you have a head that shape, comb your hair down. Don't accentuate it with like the fucking chicken puff.
Or you done went and woke the beast. Welcome to Woke 2.0.
Do you want Hitler too? Because that's how you get Hitler too. We are not doing this shit again. I would kindly advise against.
You know what? If anything is going to convince me that one day I mean, obviously not anytime soon, but one day I will need to get a new model. And like a properly done, bought and paid for, like, actual model not something that is being held together from a Vroid base that I cobbled up with photoshopped textures that I made myself and like 600 yen worth of stuff off of Booth. If anything convinces me that I need a proper model eventually, it is the fact that this model cannot display cringe or abject disgust. Those facial expressions do not register. I feel like I need an avenue for that.
If you look at everything happening now, like literal pedophiles running the world, bills being passed to merge our military with foreign militaries, a bunch of
what the fuck was that
AI
about?
surveillance cameras popping up everywhere, bombs we pay for with our tax dollars against our will going to blow up children. All of this shit seems extremely petty and unimportant. But it was part of this like deeply subversive, destructive rot in society. I used to always say that culture war was a distraction from class war, and for the most part, I still kind of think that's true, but I can walk and chew bubblegum at the same time.
There was that, I forget what outlet did it, but there was some data collected on the usage of certain terms and their proliferation over the years in mainstream media. So, like, stuff about race, stuff about gender, like all this different stuff. And some of it had shot up thousands of percent, like unironically, like 2,000%. And you have to notice that a lot of it started accelerating really hard after Occupy Wall Street. I'm just saying.
You know, I could want the rich to pay their fair share and also want my children to grow up in a world where it's not socially acceptable to hate them. Yeah, these videos were a little cringe and like, I don't think they aged that poorly. Some of the jokes were really cringe and like, facts and logic, liberals! Like, pretty much do the same videos, but now they're more like organized and structural and scripted. I do the same videos, but in a more medicated sort of way. Big Vyvanse has taken away your millennial quirk chunguses. Big Pharma won't let me go merp. So that was that video.
Not the merp. At least, look, at least she didn't use any, what were they called? Rage faces. Was it rage faces? Is that what I'm thinking of? Like a troll face and Forever Alone and Me Gusta. That shit.
Thought it would be fun to do. What did you guys think? If
Those
you
should
want
have
to
a
see my
renaissance, by the way.
full, raw, unedited reaction to my first video, there is a bonus video up on my Patreon right now. Link down below.
What the fuck?
Also, all Patreon members get every single video a day early, uncensored, no bleeps. I'm also
Immediately-
doing Patreon-only live streams now, so I
connected
would
with
love to
her-
see you guys there.
her
Lots of
past
stuff going
self.
on. Link down below. Join today. We want you. Join the shoe simps. Join the SS today. And I will see you guys with a new video. Bye!
I don't know what the point of that sponsor segment skip was. Oh, where is it?
Oh!
Oh, that looked like it hurt. I was gonna say, you always gotta wait for the end of a shoe video. It's like waiting for the credits of a Marvel movie. I don't watch Marvel movies. I just have heard that that's a thing. Oh man. Another banger from Shu. The link to the original video will be in the description. If you enjoyed my reaction, feel free to subscribe to me too. I'm not a cute emo girl, but fuck, come up with something. What's the selling point? I got nothing. Bye.